And other than Unleash used as an outlet, is there another way that you are involved maybe to make like or rebel to make a change in this situation?
Well, I am a member in a few different organizations, but I don't really work active in anything else than Unleashed because I don't have the time. And I think I make a pretty good effort as it is in Unleashed. That's my way of contributing. I try to put some self-confidence into a lot of young people that there really is a way out if you really fight. You know, if you really don't give up. You know, you really go for it. Even when things are fucked up and you think that it's over, and you always want to fucking go and kill yourself. There is always a next. You know, there's always a chance to make it better.
Do you think then maybe that when you were in your teenage years, the rebellion has changed now, maybe also through maybe the use of computers? A lot of kids maybe don't pick up guitars as soon as they did maybe 20 years ago, or is that something that's hard to say? Do you think you can reach the kids nowadays that have the same rebellion in you that you had when you were young? Maybe?
I think it's actually easier today because of that, because of the new technology. I mean, if you look at what happened like 20 years ago when we started, I mean, even 25, 30 years ago when I started buying heavy metal records, I mean, I knew the guys in Stockholm. That was all. I mean, I hardly knew anybody outside of Sweden. You know, but today I have friends all over the world, and which are, you know, the same kind of people, same family. You know, guys from Crisium, they're from Brazil. You know, that's far away from here, and still we're friends with the same people. And I think that's pretty amazing. I mean, and that's what I like with the new technology. If you just look at when we started writing letters, like I mean snail mail, sending to people back and forth in the 80s, and that was our way of making contact. But today it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster. You can reach a lot more people a lot faster, and you can communicate with more people because it takes less time to send a mail than writing a snail mail, and it doesn't really cost any money. I mean, I paid in the 80s. I must have paid like ridiculous amounts of money to put stamps on letters. And today I don't have to pay that at all. I can still write a mail to some guy from Chile, you know, or US or South America. And
you did it actively when you were in the 80s? You did a lot of tape trading maybe? Or,
oh yeah. That's how it started back in like 85, 84, 85, 86.
Maybe more, just one extra general question about Sweden and also, because I think Sweden was pioneered and maybe in the extreme rebellious music.
Right.
I was just thinking why do you think that was such a good breeding ground? Because it went so well in Sweden back then, probably.
It's really hard to say why. I think that if I look at the way we all grew up, I mean the friends that I have in a lot of bands like Dismember Grave and you know Tiamat and Entombed, and I think we all came from the same kind of society, and it was quite a closed society. The school system didn't really allow much of free thinking. It's always been a democracy, but it didn't really allow you to read about your own history, for example. I would read about Islam and Buddhism and Christianity, but there was nothing about the Viking traditions, for example. And also, I mean, we didn't get like commercial channels on TV. We had 2 channels like a very long time, and we didn't really see all that much of the rest of the world for a very long time. And I think that the way we grew up in schools were really kind of closed in a way. And I think that all the things that we had to learn back then kind of created some kind of rebellion against that. And I think that's why we were that early doing death metal. I mean, obviously it started in the US, and then it came to Sweden and Great Britain, and then all those demo tape bands came up. So in some respect, I think when society got more harsh, and we started rebelling on our way and doing our music against that, we also came from the punk and hardcore scene. At least I did. I was into a lot of the hardcore punk bands back then. That was where I came from. And obviously I listened. So my personal mixture was heavy metal bands and hardcore punk. And then came along the thrash metal scene, and after a while it became death metal.
Okay, so that was a natural involvement.
Yeah, it was a natural step to take, actually.